Greg, it's been 30 years, and everyone is still in love with the 1984 Detroit Tigers. Fans were lined up outside here as early as 2 in the afternoon just to get a glimpse of these guys. You know, so many memorable names from that team. Tram, Gibby, Sweet Lou, Jack, Darrell Evans. Yet there are no Hall of Famers on this team. They did start 35-5, won 104 games, and because of that, they say they're one of the best teams of all time. And Perani Arena is finally a decent venue for entertainment thanks to $1 million worth of improvements. The arena itself is a whole lot brighter thanks to a new paint job. And the Jumbotron finally works. It'll be on for replays of all the big plays. And the concession stands have totally been revamped. But don't worry about missing any of the action because the entire game will be shown live in line.
Guys, they are popping bottles again. The Tigers are the American League champs. We are in the clubhouse where it is a madhouse, actually. The Tigers are heading into the World Series for the 11th time in team history. A month ago, they were 3 games out of first place. Now they will be playing for their 5th World Championship.
Like all NBA fans, I looked forward to the dunk contest on Saturday night, but it was the worst of all time. I've seen junior high kids do that. To see a real contest, I had to go to Mont Community College, where they shatter backboards. Doug Anderson, along with the rest of his teammates, think Nate Robinson's got nothing on them, right?
Right, oh yeah. Got nothing on them.
Well, let's check it out. That would have won it right there.
Yeah, I didn't get the chance to watch it, but I got a lot of people calling me and texting me saying that it was sucked. Now it'll probably be everybody that was in it.
The same goes for teammate Torian Oglesby.
We've been doing this since like probably 8th grade, you know what I'm saying? Whoever under there, I'm going straight up on them. You know what I'm saying? We the Fly Boys.
And they fly higher than the NBA players. Toronto's DeMar DeRozan missed that dunk. Torian did not.
Oh!
Once again, DeMar DeRozan, go home, brother. How fast can you decide what you're gonna do?
Well, it has to be fast because when I'm in the air, I don't have that much hang time. Well, I do, but like.
Yes, he does. With the Flyboys at Mott. Ryan Slocum, ABC 12 Sports.
When they're not hitting bombs, what do the Tigers like to do? I was in Lakeland for spring training last week and tried to find out. It's the latest edition of our popular series called 5 Questions. What do you got on the iPod? What's like the #1 most played song on there?
Mine?
Yeah.
My favorite song is Burning to the Ground, the one I come out to every day during the season.
Probably Clean Out My Closet by Eminem. That's probably my #1.
The #1 song I usually listen to is Magic, because my daughter listens to that song. There was another one by Miley Cyrus or someone, whoever that, yeah, so those are 2 of my, not my favorites, but those are the 2 I listen to most.
You may have just answered the second question, because I was going to say, what's the most embarrassing song on the iPod? That might be it.
Yeah, probably Miley Cyrus.
Is there one of those?
Well, I'm not telling you.
Or at Flint, they won't see it.
I ain't telling you.
It's that bad, huh? Let me ask you about your favorite movie. What would that be?
Favorite movie of all time is Swordfish with John Travolta and Hugh Jackman. The bad guy gets away. I love it.
You didn't mention Halle Berry. Usually when that movie's mentioned, Halle Berry is mentioned, and that's why it's a favorite.
She looks very good in that movie.
Dumb and Dumber is up there, and The Hangover 1 and 2 are hilarious.
Favorite ball player growing up? I think I know what it is. I think I know this one.
What do you think?
Griffey.
Oh, gotta go with Griff. Gotta go with Griff.
Ken Griffey Jr.
Ken Griffey Jr.
I always loved watching Griffey play.
Well, and finally, when you're not playing, what are you doing?
You know, I mean, most of the time laughing at Brandon Inch, dabble in a little hockey or something every now and then just for fun. Let's see. There's a few other things. They're more extreme sports. I can't really talk about those.
Yeah, contract obligations. I hear you.
Got 2 boys at home.
All right.
They keep me pretty busy. I'm out there in the woods somewhere, and once hunting season's over, I'm normally on a boat somewhere fishing.
The 12th annual Ryans.
Thanks for joining us. I'm your host, Ryan Slocum, joined by Johnny Manziel. What are you doing here? I'm not Johnny Football. I'm you. You know, the Ryans. No, you dummy. It's not the Ryans, plural. It's the Ryans, you know, like the Oscars. Oh.
Before the game, the Tigers held a ceremony for one of the guys responsible for the rebirth of baseball in Detroit, Maglio Ordonez. Mags arrived from right field in the grass he patrolled for the last 7 seasons at Comerica Park. The Tigers really went out on a limb when they signed Mags to that monster contract in 2005 after a major knee operation. But he ended up paying major dividends. Detroit would pull within 1 in the 6th. Miguel Cabrera pulls out the Stanley and drills it. Richard Mendenhall. He's so strong, he can rip out the pages of Facebook. He plows his way in for the go-ahead touchdown. Tebow looking for Eric Decker, but Chris Houston has him covered like a Snuggie. When you were a kid, was there a Christmas gift you asked for year after year, but you never got it? Mine was a TV for my bedroom. No luck. Well, Lions fans have been asking for their team to make the playoffs for the last 11 years. Instead, they've been the worst team in the NFL, the equivalent to the lump of coal. Well, this year, Santa finally answered. The Lions are in. They get there with a win over the Chargers in the home finale, and they come out swinging. First play of the game, Matt Stafford looking long for Calvin Johnson, classic Megatron. He comes back to get it for a pickup of 46 yards. That would set up this. Stafford with the perfect throw, putting it where only Brandon Pettigrew can get it. A 7-yard score, 7-0 Detroit. It was 10-0 in the second when Stafford leads an 11-play drive, capped by this touchdown pass to Kevin Smith. It's 17-0, and they're not done. With 30 seconds to play in the half, it's Stafford to Megatron for the 14-yard touch. Stafford was 29 of 36 for 373 yards and 3 scores. The Lions led it 24-0 at the break. The Bolts would cut the lead to 14, but the Lions strike right back. Smith goes off tackle and in for the 6-yard touch. That would make it 31-10. San Diego was threatening again in the 4th at the 3-yard line, but Phillip Rivers can't convert on 4th and goal. The Chargers turn it over on downs. Then, with just under 5 minutes to play, Rivers looking toward the end zone, but he is picked off at the goal line by Chris Houston. 5th of the year for Chris. He's taken back 2 touchdowns. This time he gets taken down at the 44. Fans want a playoff spot, and they're about to get it. Cliff Averill won't be taken down. He snags this pass with one hand and has the short jog to ice it. The Lions win 38-10. 3 years after finishing 0-16, the Lions improved to 10-5 and are guaranteed a spot in the playoffs for the first time since 1999. After losing their first game in nearly 2 years, the Beecher basketball team started a new winning streak last week with 2 lopsided wins. Meanwhile, senior guard Eric Cooper has been dealing with a pair of devastating losses. We have his story this week inside Bucktown. Adversity is something the Bucks aren't familiar with on the court. They have won 40 of their last 41 games by an average of nearly 30 points a night, with their only loss coming to the 22nd ranked team in the nation. But off the court is a different story, and no one has been hit harder than senior guard Eric Cooper.
My heart dropped. Dad got diagnosed with stage 4 colon cancer. My granny just passed last week from breast cancer, and it's rough for an 18-year-old kid to go through something like that in this stage of his life. When you have somebody to look up to, and now he's sick, and you gotta really care for him.
Is it any type of thing?
Or? The doctors gave him 2 weeks to a month, but But I don't listen to that. God has the final say so. My dad passed away on the 3rd at 1 a.m. Took his last breath. I was right there, and it was hard to see.
Dedication and sacrifice is being displayed by one of your teammates. He suffered the biggest loss that we could suffer in our lives, and he here with y'all. He ain't take off an hour. Y'all playing for each other, baby. Let's go together. 1, 2, 3. Together. Get somewhere, get quiet, and get focused.
Less than 48 hours after losing his dad, Eric Cooper Sr., Eric Jr. scored 13 points in a 39-point win over Lakeville.
I'm kind of speechless because I don't know how I would handle that as a grown man. You know, the kid is just remarkable. I would say he's the definition of strength right now.
I played for Cooper and his family. It's real emotional though, but he's a competitor. He gonna use it as motivation. I know he is.
I played for him. I've been playing every game for him, really. But today, I had to kind of clear my mind a little bit. So that's why I was out here today, to help my teammates and let them down.
And on top of dealing with his dad and grandmother's death, Eric had to make a decision about his future, as he was in the middle of a recruiting battle to play college football as a wide receiver.
I feel like he may be probably the best receiver, bar any classes, in the state of Michigan. Just knowing receivers, knowing what I know, I do know a little something about that. The kid can play.
Beecher took on Durand on the eve of Eric's father's funeral, and before the game, Eric finally got the Division I scholarship offer he was waiting for.
Central Michigan.
Yes?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it was a blessing. Coach Enos had came to the school and gave me the scholarship. That later on that night, 28 points. Every shot was just falling in, and I was blessed. So yeah, I know I made him proud.
But well beyond the Division I scholarship or the career-high 28 points, Eric Sr. would be most proud of the way his son has continued to be there for his teammates, and especially the woman who is his best friend for 25 years.
Strong, very strong. He's my rock. He keeps me going. He's the man of the house now, so right now he's doing okay. I'm going to trust him that he's been raised the right way and that he'll be successful.
Very thankful, because most people out here don't have fathers that show them the rights and wrongs in the world. But me, I had that, and it's hard to imagine life without him. I love my pops, man. I love him. I won't replace him for another one. He's the best. I love him.